What's up, guys? Welcome to Bet the Day for May 29th. Hope everyone is doing well and hope everyone is ready to make some money. Got Alex already coming in here on YouTube. Comment rolling in. NBA needed revenue. Jimmy Butler went off and Grant called the Orioles at +1.5. Listen, bottom line with that bet, that was 2 days ago, guys. We weren't on yesterday. We're back today. I'm happy to be back. It's May 29th, people. It's Indy 500 day, live from Indianapolis right now. The bottom line with that Red Sox bet the other day, that was ridiculous. Okay, they blew what, a 6-7 run lead. And you know what? The Orioles have hit the ball in the series, so I really can't get after them too much. But overall, the Red Sox have played down to the Orioles level. They need to be a lot better. What happened with the Celtics? We're going to break down the Celtics game, game 7 tonight. What happened with the Celtics? Listen, they're competitors. They wanted a game 7. They didn't want to finish in 6. They wanted to go to Miami and beat the Heat. That's what it comes down to. You're paused. Am I paused? Am I paused? Are you sure? Guys, we're in a new location today, so let me know if we're having any technical difficulties on any end. It does not look like we're paused on TikTok. We got 1 million people on here already. Hey, Tanner, one pick I really like today is Red Sox by 2 for plus money. Don't really think they can be swept. Well, they did win yesterday, Frank. They won the first game yesterday. A lot of people came at me yesterday and said, you know, what do you think about the second game at plus money? It says live paused. Anyone else have live paused here? Anyone else have live paused? I don't think so. I think the host will be back soon. Okay. Matthew, you're on. Matthew, you hear me? Matthew, you hear me? You hear me? If Matthew Weltman's on and he can hear me, it's usually good because he's on every day. Red Sox were up 8-2. You're good on TikTok. There we go. Red Sox were up 8-2 going to the 7th inning. Yeah, that just wasn't a good game, obviously. It wasn't a good game for them blowing that lead, but bottom line is they won. They came back yesterday. They got the win with Nathan Eovaldi. He won a full game. We hit that bet. We had game 1 Red Sox run line, so that was big for us. Game 2, we stayed away from. I like staying away from game 2s in general, unless I'm going to go against the team that won the first game. Boston's not poverty, people. In no way is Boston poverty. The Celtics will win tonight and cover 2.5. And you know what? The line opened at 1.5. It's now up to 2.5. So keep that in mind. More bettors are on the Celtics tonight. Celtics are not poverty. You know what's funny, though, too? If you guys follow me on TikTok, the post I did from Bucks game 7 with the kid with the tattoo, I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen it. It says Celtics 2022 world champs on it. Might not happen. Who knows? We don't know. But, that video skyrocketed since the Heat forced a game 7 because people are just coming back for the comments. So this is Bet the Day for May 29th, guys. Before we get into the show, before we break down all these bets from yesterday, before we talk about today's bets, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, guys. Number 1 place to find our picks every day. On top of that, go to Discord. We're, I think, 1,500 people on our Discord right now, so we're rolling on there. Discord, YouTube, TikTok as well, guys. And we have merch, Bet the Day merch, and 3 Team Parlay Sports merch. Again, we're going to be in a remote location for the next three days, actually probably next week about, and then we're heading down to Dallas for at 3 Team Parlay HQ. We'll be doing stuff live from the studio down there, so should do a lot of fun content. We're going to be doing NBA Finals watch along, Stanley Cup playoff watch along, so it's going to be a blast. Which team chokes more, Red Sox, Bruins, or Celtics? Well, here's the thing. Red Sox obviously are, they're rolling right now. I mean, they are hot. You look at what they did last year, they're pretty impressive. Bruins, I think the Bruins choke a lot. Celtics choke a lot too. I don't think the Celtics choke tonight. I think they get the job done. And honestly, if the Celtics don't get the job done, it's a damn shame tonight because they are a much better team than Miami Heat. And that's what I'm predicating my bet on tonight. Celtics -2.5. Why? Because Boston's just a better team. I know they got to go on the road to do it. Now, the 195-point total is very interesting in that game for me. I would say go over, right? But there's a reason the total's at 195. But you really can't go under on a 195-point total, in my opinion. They are, and I'm more of a Heat fan. Yeah, I mean, guys, listen, the Heat are going to compete tonight. But overall, when you look at what happened to the Celtics, Jimmy Butler beat them. Jimmy Butler dropped 47 points. When you look at everyone outside of Jason Tatum and Jimmy Butler, who has the advantage? The Boston Celtics. Daddy WI. Interesting comment. I don't know what that means, but the comments are rolling in. 8 a.m. could be the new show, guys. Could be the new time. No, not really. We're going to keep it at 10. But, all right. I hate the Brewers. Alex, I hate the Brewers too. And now we had Matthew Liberatore under 4.5 Ks yesterday. Go Celtics fans since 04. Love it. This feed overwhelming. Picked the Celtics the other day, and they got absolutely waxed. Yeah, guys, listen, the Celtics are a better team, so we're hammering the Celtics. Well, of course we're hammering the Celtics, guys. Let me recap yesterday. We got to get through yesterday before we get to today. It's the process. You got to line up the process every day. You can't win without the process. We're back. We went 3-3 yesterday. A lot of people are going to say that's not good. You know what? That's good when you start the day 1-2. When you finish, we were 6-0 2 days ago. Yesterday we didn't do a show, obviously, and we went, the day before we were 1-4. And then yesterday we were big. Who we on in F1? I think there's a lot of value on Verstappen today. F1 wise, he's starting, I believe, middle or inside a third row. Again, like some of the guys up front, there's really no value to them at minus money. I want plus money anytime I'm betting racing, anytime. But F1, I would say Max Verstappen, I like. You're never going to go wrong betting on him, especially in Monaco. But big day of racing, guys. Coca-Cola 600 night. We got the Monaco Grand Prix, and then we're following up Indy 500 big-time stuff today. I know we can beat Golden State. Our defense is too vicious. Celtics just need to get there. If the Celtics get there, they're going to be just fine. Alex, I hate the Brewers. So, Alex, I had Matthew Liberatore under 4.5 Ks yesterday. Liberatore struck out 6 in 5 innings against the Brewers. I know the Brewers are on my no-bet list, and I should have realized that when I'm going pitcher props. Even if I'm going strikeout props against the Brewers, I'm still really relying on the Brewers to hit the baseball. How's Indy? Indy's a lot of fun. We got some good interviews yesterday. We're going to get a lot today. So we'll be out there. We'll be leaving right after this to get to the track and all that. Do you give picks out or just talk about sports? My first time here. I give picks out every day. I give about 5 to 6 picks. I come on here. I view myself as a content creator, and then I give you guys the picks on top of that. So, I love talking sports, love talking sports betting, and love helping you guys win some money. So, yeah, never charge for picks. Just give out the picks on here every day. We're on at 10 a.m. pretty much every day, 7 days a week. We had to move it up today because of the race. So we'll be out there doing interviews and covering all that good stuff and betting on the Indy 500 today. Hopefully win some money there. Sharky, how we doing, Sharky? How we doing? Any Indy plays? I have tons of Indy plays. And, I recommend playing, if you look at FanDuel and DraftKings, I'm really disappointed this year because last year, the book, when we were out here, it was a lot better, at least on DraftKings. There was props. There was good props instead of just these head-to-head matchups. The Spaniard, do you think Chico's going to win today? But he's so juiced today, in Vegas. It's like, I'm not going to bet on him, though. I'd rather take a chance of Verstappen. And you know what? I'll tell you one thing. All these books are promoting Lewis Hamilton to podium. Lewis Hamilton's starting 6th or 8th, I believe, today. He has not been good all year. Mercedes cars have not been good all year. Stay away from that. Don't fall for these props. I'm seeing like on FanDuel, hey, Lewis Hamilton, or it's either FanDuel or DraftKings, Lewis Hamilton and Jimmy Johnson, both the podiums, like in a parlay they're promoting right now. Don't take that, guys. Don't do it. I might take Jimmy Johnson, but don't take it. Respect that. Love it. Love it. So we'll get some Indy plays in here. Let's recap yesterday really quickly, and then we'll get into today's plays. Again, if we're having technical difficulties in any way whatsoever, we're remote for the next few days. Let me know, guys, and we can figure it out here. So Red Sox run line, obviously that hit. Nathan Eovaldi started weak, but he finished strong. First complete game of his career, I believe. Boston was 3 of 11 with runners in scoring position, and Bobby Dalbec hit a home run. Whenever Bobby Dalbec is hitting a home run, it's going to be a really good day for the Boston Red Sox. So, we're lucky we bet game 1. Thanks for the warning. No problem, man. Yeah, just don't fall for that stuff. Don't fall for that stuff. We're lucky we played game 1. Kevster coming in on YouTube. This was Kevster. You know what? I thought about it when you said you were going to fade all my picks after my 6-0 day. Went 4-1, never been rocket science. Love you, Tanner. I knew, I thought of that. Like, at least Kevster, who faded every pick, had a good day because nobody else did, probably, that tailed me. So then Matthew Liberatore, we talked about this already, under 4.5 Ks. He had 6. That was a bad one. Yankees team total, they were despicable yesterday. And the New York Yankees, guys, this is why the New York Yankees will not win the World Series this year. They're too inconsistent. I know they're the first team in the American League with 30 wins, blah, blah, blah. I don't really care. You look at the New York Yankees, Corey Kluber shut them down yesterday. I know it wasn't really even a revenge game. Corey Kluber was not a longtime Yankee. Come on now. That was just a despicable effort out of them. The Yankees had 4 hits, 9 strikeouts, and only 1 opportunity with runners in scoring position. Lewis would demolish Jimmy. Of course, Lewis would demolish Jimmy, guys. But this isn't, I'm just talking like, if you look at FanDuel and DraftKings right now, they're promoting, I believe the one on DraftKings, it was Chase Elliott to podium, Lewis Hamilton to podium, and Jimmy Johnson to podium in a parlay. It's like plus 7,000. Okay, don't play that. Don't play that. The odds of that happening are not high at all. For the Indy for today, I'm going to go head-to-head matchups and just do a bunch of parlays on the head-to-heads. Because when you look at, racing wise, it's very tough to pick winners, especially in the Indy 500. Now, F1's a little different because, there's only a handful of guys that can win on any given day. But Monaco's a tough course. Obviously, it's very tight. So Lewis would demolish Jimmy, though. That's not rocket science, and that has never been rocket science. Jimmy Johnson can barely race an IndyCar, but he could finish well today. He's won the Brickyard 4 times. Okay, so he's won on this track. He knows how to win on this track. That's what it comes down to. F1 is so annoying from Alex here because of external factors. Like I had Leclerc winning in Spain. He was going to win, then randomly has an engine problem and has a DNF. So that's racing in general. That's racing. I'll tell you what. Now, I'm a big IndyCar bettor, so whenever we do go to events here for 3-team parlay, I'll bet on IndyCar, right? We had last year, we had Colton Herta to win the Nashville Grand Prix. We were down there, dominated the whole weekend. I think he crashed with 6 laps to go, and he was leading by a lot. He got pushed a little late. But overall, just a great weekend out of him, but he didn't finish, and then it doesn't matter for our bets. That's the tough part about race betting. But again, time kills all deals in sports, right? In sports betting, time kills all deals. Like time, the more time you have, the more room there is for error, the more room there is for risk. That's why sports books reward you for, betting racing bets, right? That's why they reward you for betting future bets, because there's so much time in between, all these various, there's so much time in between the bet being placed and the bet cashing. 500 miles in the Indy 500, that's a lot. Monaco, very tight course, tough race to win. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of ways bets can be killed, right? So just keep that in mind. All right, we'll keep going here. The Astros are despicable. Lost 6-0 yesterday. Logan Gilbert went 7, struck out 5. That was embarrassing. Just not a good night out of them. Astros 0-4 with runners in scoring position. They left 7 on base. I'm done with them. Cubs, White Sox under 8.5 runs. I want to give a shout out to Gadget. I don't have his TikTok handle with me right now. I don't. If he's on here, if he's watching, he actually tailed his pick yesterday. Cubs money line. Put a decent chunk of money on that hit yesterday. So that was nice to see. That saved me a little bit. Got me really profitable after a 3-3 day on my picks. Also had the under in that game. I should have played him as the same game parlay, but hindsight's 2020 there. So Keegan Thompson pitched really, really good for the Cubs. That was good to see. And then Chicago's bullpen did a great job keeping this game under. The over was never really in doubt. I felt good about it the whole time. Or the under was never really in doubt. So it was good to see that we hit that. Alex coming in here again. And that Hamilton podium is crazy. You got to have balls to bet on that. He starts in 8th. Yeah, he starts in 8th, and his car hasn't been good all year. Mercedes overall hasn't been good all year. So why are you going to bet on Lewis Hamilton? Me too. I got a huge boost Cubs money line. That was awesome. If he's on here, pop in. I don't have his. I followed him yesterday. I don't have his exact TikTok handle, but he's growing on TikTok. He's putting a lot of content up, so I appreciate that. I tailed him, so that was a big time hit there. Keuchel got DFA'd. Keuchel sucks. Dallas Keuchel sucks. I'm glad the Red Sox beat him up the other day. Sprinkle, the game goes to OT, Heat Celtics over. Yeah, I mean, when I look at the Heat Celtics over, like, you have to take the over. You can't take the under 195. If you do, you're psycho. But again, that's up to you. Astros money line today. Honestly, I said I'm not going to bet the Astros. I'm not going to bet the Astros, but I don't think that's a bad bet. Again, are the Mariners good enough to beat the Astros 3 times? Yeah, they are. But at the same time, is it going to happen? Probably not. But the Astros haven't really been hitting the baseball, which concerns me a lot. I think they've only scored 3 runs in their past 3 games, and they've been shut out once. So just keep that in mind, guys. Then Hurricanes, Rangers money line yesterday. Ronto was benched in the second period, gave up 3 goals. Igor was money, made 37 saves. Carolina outshot the Rangers 39-25, but New York got the job done. So it was good to see. They were the Rangers 2 of 5 on the power play yesterday. That made the ultimate difference, guys. Carolina was 0 for 3. There you go. All right. Recap yesterday, we went 3-3. This is what happens, guys. This is why we have a really good day. It usually follows up with a really bad day. As you can see, Kevster coming in here. He faded me after my 6-0 day. I had 2 6-0 days in like 3 days. Then he faded me, and everyone tailed me. They lost big. He won big, right? But again, it's sports betting. Nobody knows what's going to happen. You get these cappers coming on here saying, hey, this is my 100% guaranteed max play, 100% going to hit. That's not going to happen, people. All right? Like, don't listen to those people. Don't. Stupid. Don't listen to that. Where are you at? The hotel? We're at the hotel right now. Got to pack up the equipment, pack up the camera equipment, and then we'll be heading over there around 9. So, yep. We're going to have another 30, 40 minutes on here, and then we'll get out there to the Indy 500. Follow along for the content, guys. A lot of great drunk content today. That's why we do it. That's why we love it. That's why we're in the TikTok game for all that. 100,000% mega max goat whale play. Yeah, like if you get someone on there, I have another question for you guys. I really do, and I want to post a separate TikTok on this, but I'll get early opinions on here for the people watching. Get the likes up, people. Come on, I know it's early. Let's get the likes up. Rays money line. I don't know. Yankees money line seems to have a little more value to me for plus money. Again, the Yankees broke this game open in game 1, game 2, and game 3. They weren't good. Game 4, we'll see what happens. But again, I think there's a little more value money wise on the Yankees. I'm staying away from it all. But I have one question for you guys, and I'm really curious about this. If someone comes on there and says, "Yo, what's up, guys? I got my max play. Buy my picks today," and here's my free pick. Why do you listen to those people? Like, why do you listen to someone who doesn't give stats? And I'm not trying to float my boat or pump me up, right? I could care less if you watch me or not. Bottom line, I'm going to be on here every day, whether you're watching or not. But like, why do you, if someone comes on, I watch all of these cappers selling picks and they don't really give reasons for selling picks. They just kind of don't give reasons for their free picks. They're like, yo, here's my pick today. Here's my pick. Here's my pick. Free play, max play. Like, what? doesn't make sense to me. So I don't know why people listen to those guys. But anyways, let's keep it going. McClanahan is a strikeout machine. I just think the Yankees, I think the Yankees are bound for a good offensive day. Again, I'm staying away from it. That's just my take for the day. But let's talk Celtics and Heat right now. This is going to be a big game night, huge game. I know I'm late, but damn, did you see that 3-prop parlay with Jimmy? Yeah, I posted that on the page. That was crazy. It was what, Jimmy Butler to have over 35 points, Heat to win, and then Jimmy Butler over 6.5 assists or something like that. Butler and Tatum under. I don't think so. I mean, you look at what Tatum did in the last game. Tatum was really, really good in that last game. He was sensational, actually, overall. But, he didn't get going early. I thought they had to get him going a little earlier. I didn't think he was as aggressive as he needed to be, considering he is the guy. But Jason Tatum played well in that last game. He dropped 30. So, in game sevens, I'm going to count on my best players to show up. For the Miami Heat, that's Jimmy Butler. For the Boston Celtics, that's Jason Tatum. So I think you're playing with fire a little bit for both under 30 points. But again, you do you. That's what it comes down to. Do you think the Celtics still have the momentum, or does Miami have some at home? Miami has all the momentum coming in this game. He was fine early. It was late. He disappeared. And yeah, he wasn't really aggressive down the stretch either. And the Celtics had chances to even that score. They had chances to go win that basketball game. They just didn't do it, guys. Let's see. Here's my pick. Celtics plus 25 points. Elma, mega goat whale for sure going to hit. Yeah, that's my mega goat whale. Celtics minus 25. Listen, guys, nobody knows what's going to happen in this basketball game tonight, unless you got inside information or something with the referees. But still, that doesn't happen. I'm joking about that, guys. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Celtics plus 25, I guarantee will hit, David. I guarantee that one will hit. I don't think the Celtics get beat by over 25 tonight. But yeah, let's talk about this game a little bit. Here's why the Celtics lost the last one. They're built to win games making three-pointers. They've done it throughout the playoffs. They've won games making three-pointers. It's going to be a good game all around. It is. It's going to be a great game, I think. Celtics were 11 of 33 from the three-point line in game 6, which 33.3%. You can't win like that when you're the Boston Celtics. Now, in the paint, they were good, obviously. They weren't better than the Heat, though. They need to be better. I mean, they got dominated on the offensive glass. And I'll give them a little credit. I mean, Bam's not much of a scorer, but they tamed Bam's scoring. He only had 6 points. But again, Jimmy Butler stepped up. Tyler Hero most likely played tonight. I can't imagine him not playing tonight. But Jason Tatum's coming off a 9 of 12 performance, 30 points in game 6. Jaylen Brown had 20 points. Here's my biggest issue with what the Celtics did in game 6. Why the hell is Marcus Smart sizing someone up? Why is Marcus Smart holding the ball till the shot clock expires and then throwing it up? Marcus Smart, why are you not passing the ball with 10 seconds left on the shot clock? Granted, I love Marcus Smart. He's Defensive Player of the Year. All right. He shouldn't be sizing people up. He hasn't earned that right to size people up, in my opinion. That's Jason Tatum's job, especially coming off an injury. I know we're talking Celtics, but you see that EuroLeague upset Real Madrid over Liverpool. No, but a lot of people sent me parlays they were placed in that game. They had the over. Obviously, that didn't hit. They had Real Madrid. A lot of people had Real Madrid winning for some reason because their strikers were very good. Again, I don't watch soccer. I was going to put a little money on Real Madrid in a parlay, but again, the parlay pieces that I needed in that game, I really didn't know about, so I was going to stay away from it. But yeah, it was good to see Real Madrid win. I saw a lot of people had that on their ticket. How are they the favorite after game 6? Just how? It's simple. It's simple, Mikey. It's simple. It's not rocket science. It's never been rocket science. Why are the Celtics the favorite? Because they're a better basketball team. And here's what I'm going to say. Let's take Jimmy Butler and let's take Jason Tatum. Let's separate them. Let's put them on two separate aisles, okay? Or just throw them out. Throw them out of the equation. Now let's talk about the Miami Heat starting lineup outside of Jimmy Butler, all right? You got Bam Adebayo. I love Bam. I think he's a very good basketball player. His inconsistency on the offensive end is a concern if you're a Heat bettor, because the Celtics are a better team. That's why they're favored. Love that, Ant. Love that. I'm just trying to give you the fancy reason. Keys Locks, how we doing? Morning, Tanner. Happy Sunday, my guy. Happy Sunday. It's a great day. It's a great day for racing. It's a great day for basketball. It's going to be a great day for sports. So anyways, you look at the Celtics. Why are they favored? They're a better team. It's not rocket science. It's never been rocket science. Let's look at the Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler obviously is a stud. Bam Adebayo is a stud. Max Strus is Mr. Inconsistency. PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker's going to defend Jason Tatum well one game. He's going to be nowhere to be found in the next game. And then, you look at PJ Tucker, Max Strus. Then you look at Kyle Lowry. I don't think Kyle Lowry's worth anything. I think Gabe Vincent's a better basketball player overall right now in his career. If you look at what they've done over time, obviously Kyle Lowry's the man. I think Kyle Lowry made some big shots throughout the series, but overall, I don't think much of him. Then, we look at the Boston Celtics. You have Jaylen Brown, who's good enough to be a number one in a lot of places. You have Al Horford. And Al Horford was not good. I know his grandfather died before the game and he played through it. You know what, though? You got to play better. It does. Like they were making a big deal about that after the game, writing an article saying Al Horford's grandfather died. Listen, play better. Play better. Okay. Come on now. He was one of 7, 1 of 8. He was not good. You had Robert Williams in there. I think Robert Williams is great. You got Marcus Smart, the defensive player of the year. The Celtics are better. The one thing the Heat have the advantage, I guess, is Victor Oladipo and Tyler Hero off the bench. Now, Tyler Hero coming off the injury tonight kind of scares me. If you're a Heat better, it should scare you a little bit. But overall, the Celtics have Grant Williams. They got no production out of him in the last game. They have Peyton Pritchard. No production out of him. So they have guys that can ball off the bench too. Don't get me wrong, but this Celtics starting lineup's got to carry the torch tonight and get the job done. Are you going to Indy, Tanner? Yes, leaving at 9 a.m. right after the show. That's why we moved it up today. Tomorrow we'll be back to normal time. Frank Sereno. I think the over in the game is incredibly too low not to take. And guys, here's what I'll say about the over. Don't get fooled by Vegas trying to trick you and trap you and all that stuff. Like, this is a great line, I think, at 195. Am I going to take it? No, I would rather just take Celtics -2 and enjoy the game, in my opinion. I'm a Celtics fan, but if you're not a Celtics fan, thanks. I appreciate it, Keys Lock. It's going to be a lot of fun. Look for interviews all day on TikTok and all that. But if you're a Celtics fan, I don't really want to take the over here because I don't want to root for Miami at all. I just want to take Celtics -2.5. I want them to blow them off the court. But Derek White, they got production from Derek. Derek White was great. I don't think Derek White can do what he did in the last game now. But again, I still think the Celtics are a better team overall. That's why they're favored by 1.5. And start open it at 1.5. It's up to 2.5 now. I'll take it at 2.5. I'll take it at 3.5. I'll take it at 4. I don't care. I think the Celtics are a better team. Game 7 unders. Keys Locks. There you go. Game 7 unders. Game 7 unders are huge. I had an interview. I don't know if you're referencing this or not, Keys, but we did an interview with this kid in Game 7 of the Bucks game, and he was like, "Hey, Game 7 unders, Boston guy." So we'll see. Just remember, like, when I see these low totals, I just try to remember there is a reason. There's a reason the total is that low. Just keep that in mind. Don't put your house on it. Have fun. No Busch Light while you're there. No, I'm working all day, just getting the drunkies on camera. Getting Celtics, I'm betting them -8. And guys, I don't think alternate spreads are bad for the Boston Celtics. Like, if you think the Celtics are going to roll tonight, they're probably going to win by more than 3 points. They're going to put the foot on the gas down the brake. The bottom line is, no matter what, and I'll say this right now, the team that wins, when we talk tomorrow, the team that won this game is the one that got the other team down on one knee, and they did not let them back up. You need to finish it. We see in this series, the successful teams are the ones that can finish off opponents. Both teams have been inconsistent doing this, right? When Celtics get Miami down, they haven't really stuck the foot on the gas, and every single time they've had the opportunity, same thing with Miami. So at the core, Celtics are a better team. Jason Tatum, this is why you're Jason Tatum. This is why you're the face of Boston basketball. Step up tonight, make some plays, and win the game. Overall, I think Jimmy Butler and Jason Tatum both play great tonight. It's going to come down to those other, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. Obviously, the point guard's number 1. I'm not saying that, but, Jason Tatum's the number 1 on the team. That's what I mean it by. It's going to come down to 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then the bench. Bench favors Miami. 2, 3, 4, 5 favors Boston. Who makes their shots? If the Celtics make their shots from 3-point land tonight, it's done. That's what we're going with. White 8 points. Boston win is +180 on FanDuel. Good bet. Yeah, I mean, coming off what White did last time, I think it's pretty good. I think he's going to get a lot of minutes. He's going to get a lot of opportunities. But again, just keep this in mind. I think 8 points is low. I think Boston wins, but I think the bottom line is Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are the two guys that you got to look out for scoring most of the points tonight. Either team will get smoked by Golden State. I don't know about that. I don't know. Golden State's inconsistent too. I wouldn't say that. I think this is going to be a very, very interesting game. Very interesting series next round. I think Miami really gets smoked by Golden State. I think Boston can hang in there with them because of their scoring and defensive ability. We had Grant Mitchell on the other day, and he was talking about why Miami's been so successful. Miami's been successful because they're a system team, and they bought into the system under Eric Spoelstra. You don't get that in the NBA a lot, and that's why they've been successful. And they win this series because they're a system team. Jimmy Butler's stealing the show, but you're telling me like Max Strus and PJ Tucker should be in the final. I mean, Max Strus and PJ Tucker should be headlining a team in the finals besides Jimmy Butler? No. You're telling me Kyle Lowry at this point should be headlining a team in the finals? No. Like the Heat didn't beat the good teams. They beat every team they were supposed to beat, and they didn't let up, right? When they had a game they were supposed to win during the regular season, they got the job done. When they played the good teams, varied a little bit, but they won every game they should have won, where the Celtics didn't get hot until later. When are you posting your plays? I'm going through them now, and then I'll post them right after this, guys. We're ahead of schedule today. We're really early. But picks will be posted. I'll have content from the Indy 500 being posted all day long. Where are you posting your plays? So we got that. All right, let's talk baseball now, guys. We're going to wrap up here in a little bit. It's going to be a quicker show today. But again, we're already 26 minutes. Man of the people. Tanner Kern, man of the people. It's not rocket science. Always right. It's never been rocket science. Rockies money line plus 100. This bet really scares me, but I think it's too good not to pass up. Do you see the Celtics line moving as we get closer? I think it could get up to 3. I think 2.5 is probably a good number for it. I think it could get up to 3. So it's not going to go down to 2 or 1.5 again. I won't. I see it staying at 2.5 to up to 3. That's my take there. You're the GOAT. I appreciate it. I'm the GOAT. I appreciate you guys because, I'm the GOAT when I win, and I'm still the GOAT when I lose pretty much, because I'm real with you guys. It comes down to it. I don't know what's going to happen in these games. I can only do the best I can do, right? With these cappers, some of them are like, yo, this is what's going to happen. No, that's not the case. Take the Giants run line. No way. Reds take 3 in a row. I don't know. The Reds are a little scary. Up to 3 at a Rhode Island sportsbook. It could be 3, guys. I think it gets up to 3. It's only going to go that way. It's only going to go up. It's not going to go back towards the Heat favor. So it's going to only go towards the Celtics. All right, let's talk baseball today. Rockies money line plus 100 here versus the Nationals. Now, Rockies and Nats split a doubleheader yesterday. Kyle Freeland will pitch for the Rockies today. He has not been good. I'm not saying he's been good. I feel like I owe you a beer. You're good, man. You're good. I'm just man of the people. I'm here for you guys. I love doing this and more. I love you guys watching me. Just showed up. How'd you feel about the parlay today? I haven't posted a parlay today yet, but I can give you guys some combos for the parlay. I'm still going through my baseball picks now, guys. Come on now. Rockies money line versus Nationals. Rockies Nats split a doubleheader yesterday. Kyle Freeland's going to pitch this year. He hasn't been good. By no means has he been good. But he's 1-4 with a 4.6 ERA. The reason I like Kyle Freeland is his opponent, Josiah Gray. Now, Josiah Gray, former pitcher of the Dodgers, he's one of the headliners for the Nationals, has not pitched like a headliner yet, still a little young there. He's given up 12 homers in 46.1 innings. You can do the math there, but that's over 2. That's like a home run every 4 innings, right? Home run every 3.2 innings, okay? That's scary to me because considering the Rockies have hit 42 bombs. Now, I know someone's going to come on here and say, well, most of those have been at Coors Field. Well, I don't care. They can still hit the baseball. Chris Bryant, if someone says, oh, they don't have Chris Bryant, I don't care. Chris Bryant didn't get a hit leading up to his stint on the injured list, okay? So I like the Rockies stay at plus 100. They proved to me the bullpen can go out and shut down the Nationals late. All you got to do is shut down Josh Bell, Juan Soto, and a couple other guys. You're going to be just fine today. So I'm going to go with the Rockies money line plus 100. I'm hoping they can get some shots off of Josiah Gray early, and then the bullpen can close the door. I think for plus 100, it's too good of a deal. I'd rather go with them rather than the Nationals at minus 122 or whatever it's going to be at. Give me lock of the day today. I got a few picks I like. I like the Red Sox under 10. I like the Angels money line today. I think the lock of the day, no thing is a lock. You want a lock, go to Home Depot. That's why I tell you every day, or Lowe's. Someone said they like Lowe's better, but if you want a lock, go there. But my best bet, I would say, is Celtics minus 2.5, Celtics money line. If you want to lay minus 144, go for it. Finally in Vegas. Love that. I'll be in Vegas soon. Can't wait. All right. So we got Rockies money line, Cubs, White Sox under 7.5. Dylan Cease coming off a game where he got rocked by the Boston Red Sox. I don't expect the same thing to happen against the Cubs today. Now there was a 5-1 game yesterday. The over was 8.5. I felt it was in doubt a little bit, but overall I was on the under. It worked out well. Dylan Cease 4-2 with a 4.24. The reason I love Cease today, 71 strikeouts. When you're looking at a pitcher, when you're looking at a pitcher with 71 strikeouts, he's 4th in baseball. That leads to unders, right? It really does. He's coming off a game where he got rocked, obviously. The ERA, the whip's a little higher because of those games against the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox where he got hit up a little bit. But overall, 71 Ks against a Cubs team that isn't really the best in baseball by any means of hitting. I'm going to ride with them. Padres 1.5. Padres lost yesterday. That was disappointing. I'd probably go back to them at 1.5. Today, but again, the loss yesterday definitely left a sour taste in my mouth, Frank. We'll talk about that here in a minute, though. White Sox also have a very inconsistent offensive team, so that's good. They're going against Marcus Stroman. I don't think much of Marcus Stroman, but if he keeps the ball down the zone, he's fine. He's got a 1.16 whip. He's just got to keep the ball down zone. 36 Ks in 36 innings. Marcus Stroman can still pitch a little bit. I don't love him, again, because he's not a 96-mile-an-hour pitcher. If the ball's elevated, it's going to get hit. But overall, I'm going to go with the under 7.5. I'm going to hope the White Sox don't hit today. I'm going to hope the Cubs don't hit, and we have a similar game to yesterday. If you want a winner in that game, I mean, overall, I think the Cubs are hitting the baseball better. So I think the Cubs could be a good upset pick again. I took them at plus 125. Do you bet on F1? Yes, I do bet on F1. I have some thoughts. We were talking about that earlier. Sergio Perez, I believe, is favored today, right? I don't know if I would bet on him. If I'm going to bet racing, I want plus money. I think Lewis Hamilton starting third row today. I think that's a better bet. And my biggest advice there is, like, don't fall for these parlays. Don't fall for the DraftKings parlay that has Jimmy Johnson to podium in the Indy 500, Chase Elliott to podium in the Coca-Cola 600, and then Lewis Hamilton to podium in Monaco, because it's just probably not going to end well for you. We'll talk racing a little bit here at the end, though. Let me just get through these baseball picks and we'll wrap up, talk racing, and then we'll go for it. Verstappen racing day. Verstappen is racing today. He's starting, I believe he's starting in the third row, inside the third row. Could be wrong. He didn't have a great qualifying. I think with Formula One too, there's so many lines on those. Those are good to pick teams. Like, obviously Red Bull might get the win today. That's a better bet. Probably taking Red Bull rather than one of their drivers, right? Because or Ferrari. It's better to take Ferrari rather than taking like a Perez, because the risk is high either way, but at least you have two drivers that can win rather than one. SBZ, what's up, SB? How you doing? Game 7 coin flip, 100%. I'm on the Celtics tonight. I know you're on the Celtics 8.5. I was too. That didn't work out for us, obviously, but hopefully the Celtics get the job done tonight and finish the series off. Then we'll go Blue Jays, Angels. We'll talk racing at the end, guys. I'll pull up the book and we can talk props and all that for Indy and all that. But Coca-Cola 600 tonight. When it comes to that, I don't think it's ever a bad bet to bet on Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch is always my guy. Every NASCAR weekend, I'll sprinkle something on Kyle Busch because he knows how to win. And when you're betting on racing, you want to bet on drivers to know how to win, because there's so much variability there. Whatever happens. But the drivers that know how to win tend to come out on top more. Taking my game 6 pick against Celtics minus 19.5. It's funny. A lot of people have given me those alternate spreads, and overall they've come out not bad, right? Some games they've gone horribly wrong, but the Celtics have the ability to win by that. I had a couple amazing days, and now 2 days look bad. Steve, that's how it works, man. It's the ebbs and flows of sports betting. That's why you can't look at it, hey, today I won this, right? You got to look at it. I started here, I'm up here. Started here, I'm here now. It's sports betting. It's trends over time. It's winning over time. Love the shirt. Where's the race at? Indianapolis 500. We're in Indy. We're going out doing some interviews. SB, I know you love that content. We had some good drunkies on the mic yesterday, so hopefully we can get some more today. 300,000 people. There's bound to be one viral video there, right? So we're going to go find it today. Leaving here right after this and getting to Indy. All right, Blue Jays versus Angels here. I don't think the Angels will get swept over 4 games. I really don't. They've lost the past 2 games by 1 run. They have a huge advantage when it comes to starting pitching today. Patrick Sandoval is going to pitch for the Angels. 3-1 with a 179, 117 whip. Is not allowed a single home run in 40.1 innings. That's what I love about him today. That's what I love about the Angels. Lock of the day. I like the Celtics tonight, even though I'd say coin flip, but I like I do like the Celtics tonight. I think they're a better team. You got to go with the better team. I also like the Angels today, though, with Patrick Sandoval. He's been money this season. He's going to pitch against Jose Barrios, who's, inconsistent at best, I would say right now. 3-2, 4.75, 1.44 whip. Barrios does not locate often. He does not have elite strikeout ability. So right there, I see that. I want to go back to the Angels today. Knowing the Angels have hit 63 home runs this season. 63 home runs. I think the Blue Jays have hit 40-something, 41. I could be wrong about that. And they've also scored 51 more runs. Now, obviously, the Angels have not got the job done in the past 2 games, but I like them today. SB, I love it. You guys are hustling on the front line. So much respect for that stuff. Gotta love it, man. It's fun for me too. It's fun to go talk to the people because people want to be talked to. That's people just want a mic stuck in their face and they want to tell me how many beers they drink and who's going to win the Indy 500. That's how I am. Or if you look at it day by day, you'd be depressed. 100%. If you look at it day by day, it's rough. That's why if you're one of those guys that say, "Hey, I'm going to bet every Saturday and put $100 in my account and see what happens," like it's. You almost got to be an everyday thing. It's got to be a multi-day thing a week because sports betting's hard, right? If you do 1 day a week, you're bound to lose more so than if you just bet over time. It's got to look at like stock trading. I'd rather see you spend $100 over the week than $100 one day, in my opinion. But that's just me. All right, last bet here. Orioles, Red Sox under 10. Could be playing with fire a little bit with this bet here, but Orioles and Red Sox. What's the vibe for this game at 11:55? Everyone wants the early game. Say Baltimore, Boston go over. Who you think ruins it? I think it has to be who ruins it. It's probably Baltimore because I don't really expect them to hit as much today behind Nick Pivetta. Nick Pivetta has been money in his past few starts ever since he got lit up by Baltimore on May 1st. I told my buddy, you're out the flow if you miss a day. Yeah, 100%. You're out the flow. You got to hammer every day. Stay ball. It doesn't mean you have to spend $1 million every day, but put a few bucks on every game, a game a day, right? You got to look at it over time. The vibe for this game at 11:55. Who plays at 11:55? Remind me these wake up with Sunday morning Peacock NBC baseball games. Who plays there? I ignore those right away. But who plays today? At least 20. There you go. Whatever your bankroll works. Whatever works in your bankroll. If the Baltimore Orioles and the Boston Red Sox go over today, I think it's gonna be the Orioles that ruin it. I'm expecting Nick Pivetta to shove. 10 is very high. Both games, yes, they went under 10. The first game was, a 12-8 game, I believe, right? It was 20 runs. Now, Nick Pivetta's only allowed 5 earned runs in his past 4 starts with 25 Ks. He's gone at least 6 innings in every start. He has a complete game there. I'm on the Celtics tonight. On the Celtics. I'm on the Giants too, but I'm on the Celtics. As a whole, Nick Pivetta's numbers aren't there. So if you look at his, as a whole, Nick Pivetta numbers aren't there. But overall, I got to go with Nick Pivetta tonight. He's been money. He's going against Bruce Zimmerman, who's respectable. I think Bruce Zimmerman can tame this Red Sox offense. He's a 2-2 with a 3.78 and a 1.22 whip. He's good enough to tame this offense today. Nick Pivetta is too. I see this being a low-scoring game. I see this being a 6-2, a 5-4. 5-4 is pushing a little bit. 5-3, 4-3 kind of game. I think the bats kind of die out today a little bit at Fenway. Celtics take me home. Peace. We losing with the C's if they lose. Yeah, we're riding with the C's. We've been riding with the C's pretty much. I bet against the Celtics. I bet against the Celtics once in the series. I came out on top doing that. Spread-wise, I took the Heat at 6.5. When are you posting your picks? Sorry if you already answered. I just got here. No problem. Picks already talked about. I'll post them on my way over to the race today. So they'll be out within 20 minutes. Once we get off here, I'll record that right away and get those picks up. But that's what we're going with there, guys. So Boston versus Baltimore under 10. I'm going to ride with that. I think 10's too high, especially when both games went under yesterday. The offenses are still, Baltimore's offense is inconsistent. The Red Sox are starting to hit the ball, but Nick Pivetta and Bruce Zimmerman both have the ability to shove. So I got to ride with it. Giants, I got to take the Giants today for that 11:30 wake up with NBC Peacock baseball game. But at the same time, guys, too, the Reds can win. They got a lot of momentum right now. I don't think they win again. I would probably go with the Giants. I would definitely go with the Giants. I can't bet the Reds, guys. Like I just can't. I can't do it most days of the week. Especially against a good Giants team. Alex Scott, and this is a prime run line spot for them. -1.5 at +108, and even -152 if you want to take the money line. Now, Mail's got some good stuff. Cobb's pretty good too. I'd go -1.5 at +108 for a straight. If you want to play in a parlay, you just go -152. Bet. There we go. Love that. All right, guys. Racing wise, a lot of questions on F1 today. Here's my F1 takes. Max Verstappen at +430, I think is a good bet. He's got to make up some room, but we know with Verstappen, he's aggressive. Keep in mind in Monaco, there's not a lot of passing zones. It's a very slim course. So, if someone gets, that's why Charles Leclerc is heavy fit. Usually the pole winner, the pole sitter is going to be -120, -130, -140. He's -250 because Monaco is such a tight course. It's very tough to pass. So Max Verstappen could be a stretch, but at +430, I like him. And then there's a bunch of props, right? Either George Russell or Lewis Hamilton finished on the podium at +240. They boosted it to +330. I don't love that. When they're giving you Mercedes at +240 for 2 drivers to finish on the podium, like that just shows Mercedes cars have not been very good this year. Who's the favorite F1 pick today? I haven't checked out the rain in Monaco. I'm not really sure there. The favorite F1 pick, like honestly, I got to go with Verstappen at +430. Knows how to win on this course. Charles Leclerc is obviously fast. He's got a great car, but at -250, there's no value there for me. In a race, I'm never going to take a guy at -250. Just keep in mind, though, Monaco is very tight. It's tight to pass. You might want to take some guys to podium instead. You might find a little more value there. Podium finishes, Max Verstappen's -200. Then you can figure out, you go with like a Sergio Perez. Like I love Sergio Perez on the podium today at +120. I think it's a very, very good bet. Something's going to have to happen there, but that's realistic rather than, taking Verstappen to win on a tight course, right? But at plus 430, he is my favorite bet today. He's second in Vegas to finish, to win the race at plus 430. I think that's a great bet, and that's pretty much what I always do. In F1, I'll always take the pole sitter because they're going to be obviously favored, and I'll go down one. I'll take the first guy just because the value's always there. It's going to be plus money, and I'm not going to. In no world am I going to take minus 250. No world. World podium picks have good value. Yeah, world podium picks have good value. Just depends, guys. It all depends on, what you're looking for and what you want to bet and how much you want to put down. But they're getting ready to start. It looks like it is raining in Monaco. Again, though, they rate F1 races in the rain. IndyCar doesn't. They have rain tires. They're ready to go. It's not going to delay. Now, obviously, if lightning, they won't race. But this is going to be a tight race in Monaco. I got it on TV right now. I'm watching the pre-show. All right, so we got that. NASCAR-wise tonight. NASCAR-wise tonight, I like Kyle Busch at plus 650 to win the race. There's a lot of props you can go through, and if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I do bet NASCAR, but again, Kyle Busch is probably my guide night. When it comes to IndyCar, I would go with these head-to-head matchups, and same thing with NASCAR. How long are these races usually? The Indy 5, they're about 2 hours. Depends, 2.5 hours. They're very exciting. Monaco's kind of the the Daytona or the Indy of F1, right? I used to go to Pocono and Dover, but never went to Indy. Indy's great, man. I can't wait. 300,000 people. Could be good content. So Indy-wise today, I think that, the head-to-heads are good on DraftKings. FanDuel doesn't have the head-to-heads, but if I had to pick a few outrights, I'd probably go Alex Palou at plus 650. I don't like Colton Herta at plus 900 today. He had a bad crash. He's starting in the back, so don't fall for that on FanDuel by any means. And again, his value on DraftKings is definitely better than that if you like him. Newgarden never races well. I'm rooting for Newgarden today, but he never races well at Indy. Let's see here. I don't think Jimmy Johnson to podium's a bad bet today. Casey Kane's still racing. I don't believe so. Let's see. No, I don't think so. But yeah, Jimmy Johnson, I don't think it's a bad bet to podium. Sato always knows how to win this race at plus 1900. He could be a good bet. So it all depends what you're looking for today. My biggest advice when it comes to IndyCar, play the head-to-head matchups. They're a lot easier to win rather than picking a winner. If you want to sprinkle a little bit on a winner, that's fine, but it depends how big your bankroll is. If you're not going to go all in on a few guys, you're really not going to make money. If say you're a sprinkler and you want to put like 10, 20 bucks on, 5-6 guys, there's 33 guys in this race today. So the variability is very high. So just keep that in mind, guys. But anyways, any other questions, sprinkle them in the chat right now, and then we'll sign off here. 50-50 with the over under in the Red Sox game. Yeah, 100% Alex, but overall it's going under 2 of 3 times in the series. You got good pitchers on the bump today. So I'm going to ride with the under, hope for the best, right? I'd rather do that than take the Red Sox to win because they've just been so inconsistent. They're at home. I don't think Run Line has a lot of value. If anything, you might want to sprinkle Baltimore today. They've been pretty impressive, but they're going to have a tough time going against Nick Pivetta. He's been money. What do I think about the Astros? I think the Astros will not get swept. I think they'll come back. I think they'll come back and get a win today. Casey Kane retired due to dehydration. Well, it's tough driving a race car too, But what do I think about the Astros? I think the Astros have to win this race or win this game today. I do. Yesterday I went with them. The day before I went with them, they burnt me twice. So I'm going to try it one more time. I'm not going to try it one more time, but I don't blame you for trying one more. I think there's better value on the board today. Anything else, guys? Anything else? If not, we will sign off here. Bet the day with Tanner Kern, man of the people. Content through the roof. Content extraordinaire, guys. Come on now. Review the F1 sprinkles. The F1 sprinkles, listen, Charles Leclerc at now he's minus 170, so that shifted a lot. So Charles Leclerc's minus 170, Verstappen's up to plus 380. So, money's changing it right now. Listen, the biggest recommendation is if you want to sprinkle on Ferrari and sprinkle on Red Bull. I don't think I'm going to see much out of Mercedes today. Sprinkle Ferrari, sprinkle Red Bull. It's very tough to pass in Monaco. So those would be the 2 teams that I would really look at. So, Leclerc, Verstappen, Sainz, and Perez. Enjoy the day, brother. Go green. There we go. Love that. What's your top play? Missed it. Top play. I like Celtics tonight. I like Celtics 2.5. I think they get the job done. We've rode with them all series. So we're going to ride with them tonight. We'll see what happens. But they're a better team. I'm going to bet the better team. If the Heat were a better team, guys, I hope you believe me as a Celtics fan, I would still bet them. You think the Marlins pull off the early day W after the upset yesterday? Let's see who's pitching. Hernandez versus Fried. They're going to have a tough time against Fried today. I think there's more value on them at plus 190. Don't get me wrong, but they're going to have a tough time against Fried today. I would probably go with the Braves in a parlay. Anything else, guys? If not, we'll sign off here. Tomorrow we'll be back at 10 a.m. Tuesday, we might alter the time a little bit, but we'll go 10 a.m. What's your thought on the over-under 195? You got to go over. In my opinion, you got to go over. Do I have a safe double up two-legger parlay? Yeah, of course I can do that for you. That's easy. A safe double up two-legger. I'd probably go Angels to win. Dodgers, I'd stay away from. They've struggled a little bit. And then, you might want to go Padres. I'd probably go Padres coming off the loss yesterday. I think that's a good bet. So that doubles up. That's plus 169. Marcus Smart double-double. Love that. Marcus Smart double-double. Thoughts on the Yankees? I think the Yankees should win today. I think there's more value on them. But again, Shane McClanahan's very tough to stop. Severino's not bad himself. I think plus 126, considering the Yankees have lost 2 in a row. There's much, much more value there. Much more value. Jesus loves you, homie. I love that. I love Jesus. There you go. I got to watch out what I say, though. If I bring up anything on here, TikTok boots you. So you think the Marlins pull it off after the upset? We got that. Say less. Love that. Okay, so there we go, guys. We're all set. We're ready to go. Locked in. Ready. We got to get to the race, guys. So any other questions, drop them in the comments on TikTok. I'll try to answer them. But yeah, ready to go, ready to lock in. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check us out on TikTok, Discord. Join Discord right now. #1 place to contact me, and then get the merch, guys. 3 Team Parlay Sports merch, Bet the Day merch. We're working hard for you. All we ask is buy a t-shirt. All these cappers telling you, hey, guaranteed winners. That's not the case, guys. Just buy a t-shirt. We'll be on here every day, 7 days a week, man. The people. Tanner Kern sign off, guys. Hope everyone has a great day, and we will talk to you soon for another video.